Yo, yo. What's good? What's good? What's good? I'm gonna talk to y'all for a little bit. Let me keep it kind of short. Keep it kind of short. I'll be on hiatus for a little bit. You know, ups and downs, but sometimes we just gotta be plotting. But anyway, so my thing is, I just want to talk to y'all real quick and to the point. I've been fucking with my boy Max, real tough lately, right? It's crazy we born on the same birthday, but we just be sitting and just thinking and just going into like really deep shit, you know what I'm saying? And I don't smoke, but you know what I'm saying? I'll partake, you know what I'm saying, when we just on some chill shit. You know, my nigga be forcing me to like doing it, you know what I'm saying, on some peer pressure shit. I'm like, all right, cool, he like, look, we gonna sit and philosophize type shit. And it's just like conversations I've had with him and my nigga Drew at the same time. I had to record this shit just so I can have it, you know what I'm saying, for niggas like, and just for my own like blah, you know what I'm saying. So one thing I'm gonna talk about that shit, and I'm gonna talk about the future. I did the same kind of video in 2013. So when niggas look back on that video, they say, damn, this nigga was talking, all that shit he was talking about was right, you know what I'm saying? So that was more dealing with like technology, but I'm gonna talk about this shit. So when we partake, we chill, we philosophize, you know what I'm saying? My nigga Max was saying some crazy shit. And it just opened up my shit even more, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta have these kind of sessions, and you gotta have these kind of friends around you to talk and get you looking at shit, you know what I'm saying? Because my mindset was a little falter, you know what I'm saying? But he was just, we just had the conversation. So anyways, I don't want to talk going too deep about the shit. But basically what he was saying was like, the decisions that you make, from like here on out is like really crucial. And the nigga was just like, man, bro, I'm not trying to make no dumbass decisions. He'd be like, man, fuck these hoes. Because I'm not trying to get no chick pregnant on some dumb shit or just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or just do something reckless to jeopardize anything he got going on. And it was just like every decision was crucial. And I want y'all to do this shit too. So it's like sometimes you got to sit and talk to your parents and just have like a regular conversation with them on some cool shit. Like ask them about the things that we're doing at their, on their late 20s and their early 30s. Like just sit and just have conversations with them. And you can see their downfalls and the things that made them better, you know what I'm saying? And, see what was the high life. So, we had that conversation and it was just like, my mom was thinking she was lit in the 70s, you know what I'm saying? She got a scholarship to come to the States, you know what I'm saying? And she went to Clark Atlanta in Atlanta. She went to the Michael Jackson concert. She worked at Varsity. And when she talk about that shit, she'd be so fucking excited. She thought she was lit, And my nigga was just like, he was just like, look, man, my mom went out her way and she left the village and moved to the city. My grandpa was somewhat well off because he owned land. It just also teaches you perspective, So she moved to the city, and this is in Africa, Lagos and shit. So he was saying like, she took it upon herself to move to the city, search for more, and she took people from the village to the city and give them that experience, that feel. She was able to take care of them and take care of her future kids. And she had to make crucial decisions to be where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if his mom didn't make that crucial decision to do that, right? She was doing that for the betterment of their family. And we also got to be on this group economic shit. We don't ever do that. Group economics is everything. And that's you know, I'm not gonna veer off into that, but it goes into, she did that, and he was able to go to a private school while he was out there, and he was thinking like, you know, he was doing pretty good, living pretty good. I mean, it's a step up from everybody else, you know, and you know, I don't share this with a lot of people, but I've been to a lot of places around the world. I actually kind of grew up around the world, but a lot of my friends don't, some of my friends don't know that, you know what I'm saying? Those people that are really close to me. But I schooled in Nigeria for about a few years, whatever, but I went to a private school also. And we just compare like the private schools and whatever. So there's like levels. So he was just saying that, and some of his friends would be like, oh, you go to that school, you with these people, you rich, you know what I'm saying? But it's just perspective. So, you know, if his mom didn't make those certain decisions, right, to get him into that kind of circle and stuff like that, and then eventually she also made the decision to come to the United States and bring him out here, you know, and all this stuff, and he's in, you know, go to college, all that good shit. So my thing is, his mom took that initiative to do that, to afford a better life for him. So my nigga was just like, look, I got to make certain decisions to make it better for my child. You know, he got like a little one, like, you know, real young. So it's just like, decisions got to be at a certain point. You got to also elevate, you know what I'm saying? It's not only just saying, I mean, you know, you might not have a lot of shit, or you might not have certain things going, or certain things ain't working, but still always have that mindset to elevate. Don't lose that. And also put the energy behind what you're trying to do. Just keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Keep pushing. Don't I don't know, I lost my train of thought, but don't, keep pushing, elevate, because it's a big difference. And that goes to my earlier post on the whole butterfly effect. You know what I'm saying? Those certain decisions. So, you know, my niggas living his best life or whatever. We go to the club sometimes. Niggas be spending like thousands of dollars, popping bottles, doing all that shit. Niggas is lit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I get to witness that, you know what I'm saying? A nigga can do a little bit here and there. It's not every time we up, but, you know, sometimes we up. He was saying like, his mom could have never imagined the lifestyle that he's living now. And sometimes when he looks back when he was younger, he's like, damn, if certain things didn't go this way, it wouldn't have been like this. And he couldn't imagine some of the places, the heights he's reached. But if it wasn't for his mom to strive for certain things to afford him that, you know what I'm saying? So even now, bro, his mom probably couldn't imagine, like, damn, he's lit. He can't show that, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, his mom probably thought he was lit, just like my mom. My mom thought she was lit. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of where you at, right? The decisions you make, it's affecting your future ones that you got. You know, my future daughter or son that I'm going to have. You know, I don't have no kids, but I got to be real. And that's for everybody. Y'all got to be real cautious. Be on this group economics shit. Have conversations with your parents. Have conversations with OGs. Have a mentor. Elevate. Have the mindset. Yes, there's ups and downs. Yes, you might not, you know, your capital might not be like that. Or yes, your capital is on the way to be like that. Or just don't lose hindsight of that. You know what I'm saying? And talk to niggas, man. Talk to niggas, man. I cannot stress this shit to y'all motherfuckers. Like, seek. You know what I'm saying? So, my thing is, man, I don't want to, like, I'm veering off, but, like, my future kids, I got to make certain decisions. So now, because it just look at the hindsight of things in time, you know what I'm saying? Like, and interject, like my nigga Drew was talking about this shit You know what I'm saying? Like, we be watching the documentaries and we philosophizing and shit. And he was saying, like, I'm tying it all in, you know what I'm saying? So he was saying, you know, the transition, because we watched F is for Family, and the transition of like TV, it was like black and white to color TV. And that was a big change, you know what I'm saying? And certain things, you know, that generation, they started to question their parents, but they had to strive for certain things to afford certain things for those kids. And, you know, that was a big thing in their time period. So like the transition for certain things in technology and things that's going on now, it's going to be way different for my future kids. So I have to make sure that the certain things are done to elevate, one, the family on some group economics type shit too, and my future kids to be litter than me. See what I'm saying? So like they might be on some shit like, you know, there's gonna be flying cars and shit. Like they gotta take tickets to go to the outer space. You know what I'm saying? On some, you know, it might be like $1 million or $100,000 to go to outer space. You know what I'm saying? Like not like travel far out, but like it might be like the next thing, like, oh, you can go to outer space and come back. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a lit thing to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to have my future kids situated to be able to afford that. You know what I'm saying? Or at least they can have access to that. And that depends on the decisions that I make now. You know what I'm saying? And I might not think my kids might be that lit, but in reality, they might be that lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be even able to envision it at an older age, but they are that lit. So it's real key on those decisions, my nigga. Like, you really got to be, you got to tighten up. You got to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you really got to know, like, it's like, it's a butterfly effect, man, on these decisions. So, and, you know, if I don't instill those things, like, I think it was just saying that shit too. He was just like, you know, my future daughter, she might be impressed. You know, some regular ass nigga gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna fly you out to like Dallas or Miami and shit. You know what I'm saying? If I don't do the right things, I mean, that's not gonna happen, but she might be impressed by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a bum ass nigga, like, she sees certain things and she's impressed by it and she falls for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my future daughter has traveled, seen places, interacted with different cultures, she's learned, or she's well-learned, you know what I'm saying, and well-mannered, she's gonna be able to navigate that, you know what I'm saying? She'll be like, okay, what the fuck is that? I thought you was talking about Paris, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, you know, and it's just crazy, man. You know, we gotta tighten up. We gotta tighten up, man. We gotta tighten up, man. And so let me go back on my technology shit. As far as the future, AR, VR is going to be really, really, really important. Collaborations is going to be really, really important. Data is going to be very, very important. It's not necessarily that we can get on the internet and seek information. Information now is going to be in a place that a bunch of people are working on information simultaneously. So like somebody might be looking for research for cancer or something. I know they already got found the research. They found the one for AIDS already, but a certain type of cancer. So like doctors and a bunch of people can just all get on there, right? And they could all collaboratively all work on a DNA scheme or a strand to try to manipulate it. But see, they're all working simultaneously on, it's like a research, but people could be all around the world. That's what I mean by collaboration with data. So the data is the future. Content, I cannot stress this enough. If you're not in the content business, or you just do shit just to like, oh, this is what I got going on in my life or whatever, content is going to be really, really, really big. Streaming content, like everybody's going to be able to stream content, and everybody's going to be able to pick their content. You don't need gatekeepers to get to access to content. And the way we consume content is going to be 10 times faster. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of changes happening. 5G is coming to America. 5G is already in Asia, but it's coming here. So the amount of bandwidth you can send like a whole gigabyte in like a minute. Like, you could never imagine that back in the day. That would take hours to download that shit. So content is going to be real big. Content makers right now are winning. The ones that posted videos on YouTube in like 2012, 2011, 2009, they all winning right now in real life. You know what I'm saying? Just know that is the wave. That is the wave. What else? There's one more thing I wanted to key on, but I'm just gonna sum it up. Also, the next 2 years are really crucial because it's a paradigm shift and it's a consciousness shift that's going on right now. And you see, I start thinking about this shit when I be having these conversations, and I partake a little bit, like, that shit, because my shit opens up. Because, like, really, like, consciousness is like, it's just a bunch of shit, man. And people's way of thinking can shift at any time. But as a whole, as a human race, we are elevating, and there's certain forces that's trying to stop progression. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, even progressives, and I'm not going to get into that. But the next 2 years are really crucial. Make sure you go out and vote. Make sure the evolution of humanity goes for the better. It's a huge consciousness shift. It's a paradigm shift. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? If you go back and watch documentaries from the 70s going into the 80s, that was a huge one that happened. So just be aware of all this shit going on, and I'm out. Yeah.